Before the game, you were referencing LaMarcus Aldridge as Kevin Garnett. What would that make Blake Griffin?
I don't know. I mean, Blake's been sensational. Blake's his own breed. You know, there's nothing like him really that I know. I mean, he just does so many things. He ran a pick and roll tonight. He ran the transition tonight. He guarded guys in the post. He was terrific.
Doc, describe 40 lead changes.
It was just one of those games. I think both coaches probably were really frustrated at the game. It just felt like nobody can get a handle on the game. You felt like for a minute there you like wondered on something offensively, and then they take that away, and then you get a stop, and then they figure it out. It was just one of those games where the whole game, and it's funny, I said that to my staff at halftime. We scored, we were 60 points and shooting 59%, and I was upset offensively that I know we had 9 wasted possessions where we just didn't get into anything, and so this may be one of those games you're going to need those possessions, but it was just a good win. It was frustrating for probably both coaches. You just felt like, God, we can get away from them, and every time we thought we would, then they'd take the lead. It was one of those games.
When you get into a boat race like that, do you start to focus on one part, or you just kind of go with the flow of?
No, I tell you, we became disjointed. I mean, we were, down the stretch, we started blitzing all their pick and rolls, and it was effective. But then we'd come out and change and do something else. It's not one of those games, at least, especially defensively, where, they were icing and we scored 4 times and they came out and tried to trap. It was one of those games where after each timeout, it seems like each team came out with a new defense. I was waiting for someone to throw a zone eventually, So you're thinking how to score, really. That's out of the timeouts. You knew the way they shoot the ball, you knew you had to score against them tonight.
How was Chris' performance in your eyes as he's coming back?
He's been great. He's been great. He loses rhythm a little bit. That's just from, you don't play for a month or 6 weeks. That happens. I thought in the middle of the third he got tired. That's why I took him out in that one stretch. But other than that, he's playing very well.
And how would you say as far as the performance against Portland, as you're probably tied now with them? What does that say for the Clippers in the advancement of your team?
Well, I didn't even know that. So that's good news.
Virtual time.
Virtual time, wow.
After you're behind.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I didn't know any of that, so good to know. It's just, listen, with what we've gone through with injuries, and so have other teams, not just us, you like where we're at, and you know that the chances of us getting a lot better are very likely. And that's good.
Are you where you want to be as far as the process?
I have no idea. I'm assuming so. It's tough to tell when you got so many guys out. But I just like, I don't know where we're at in the process. I just know I like spiritually where we're at as a team.
You must be very pleased about your fast break points and points in the paint tonight.
Yeah, it was important. They have speed. But they're all out around the 3, and we thought because of that we could attack the paint in transition and with posts and with pick and rolls, and I thought our guys did a great job of that.
So Doc, on the journey, you see the team improving, you want them to get better. Spiritually, did they come together stronger tonight?
Yeah, I think every chance we have like this, especially in a disjointed game, I think those are the games that your team kind of finds itself. These are the type of games where your team can go either way because things aren't going right. Not the way it's planned, defensively especially. And a lot of opportunities for guys to get frustrated at each other. And they kind of just kept playing. And so that was good.
It feels kind of like Blake took a step forward while Chris was out. But he's kept it there now that Chris is back.
Yeah.
Is that on Blake, is that on Chris, or on both of them?
It's on everyone. I just think Blake, first of all, I think it's Blake. I think we have found other things that he could do that we didn't know, and Chris saw those too, and so we're exiting them now. Him facing up has just become a weapon. It's so hard to guard it, and if you do, he's such a great passer. I think that combination is what has opened it up. If he could just face up in that pass, you could probably deal with it. But the fact that if you help, he'll pick you apart. that's big for us.
When a team's using a bigger defender on Chris, what kind of advantages does it create for the other guys when they're cross-matching?
You know, I don't know if it does much for us. You know, that's one of the things we kept saying, guys, listen, if they're cross-match, every time we get a rebound, we wanted Matt and Jamal to sprint to the corners because maybe they would mess it up. And a couple times they did, and we got open shots, you know. But I actually thought for the team, the way they cross-matched, I mean, from across the court, they did a pretty good job of finding Chris. I was surprised how quickly they got to him in transition.
Does that bother him at all with the bigger defender?
I don't know. 20 and 12.
Probably not.
No, but it's harder, you know, because of the size, I guess.
How about the positive vibes of just doing what you did, who you beat and how you beat them going into this break?
The fact that you're talking in vibes now, I think I've already accomplished something. He's trying to take you, Brett. Don't let him join in on the vibes.
I'm the vibes, man. Get the vibes going, Doc.
I'm feeling you, Doc.
Yeah, it is. Well,
Give him the fur, Vic, will you please?
I should leave right now.
Have the fur.
This thing has gotten out of control. In general, I just love where we're at right now. It's a good vibe, all right? Thank you, guys. I don't want to see you. Don't call. I'll see you on Monday or Tuesday.